It's hot, 96 degrees or so. Just came from the sun-baked plains out there. Got some shade over here in the woods, and continue on down that trail here in a moment. I thought I'd just give you an update on what we're doing today. You'll notice my shirt's a little different. I'm wearing short sleeves instead of tank top because the clothes I'm bringing to the jungle are mainly long sleeve to protect from, I should say half of them are long sleeve, protect from mosquitoes. But I'm also planning to dress in layers just to be ready for any environment. You can hear the cicadas are loud and proud today. That's how you know it's hot. Something else that's different. Oh, and regarding the clothes, I plan on wearing those out here too as it gets hotter, just to condition myself to wearing long sleeves in the heat. Fortunately, all my clothes, at least the tops, are made of ultralight wool. It's very fine material. It looks like a thin t-shirt, but it's wool, and wool is great for removing moisture and keeping cool, actually more so than cotton, because cotton just stays wet when you sweat. Wool wicks and dries, and it's antiseptic, so you can wear it for a few days without it smelling like sweat. Something else that's different, because it's hot, the ground is hot, I'm wearing boots today. Because the ground is over 100 degrees, it's nuts. And hiking barefoot was a means to an end. It wasn't ever really the final goal. The ultimate goal is to be able to carry a 45-pound pack for several hours, whether that's 6 or 7 miles or what have you. So I don't need to be barefoot in order to do that. The purpose of being barefoot was to strengthen my feet and build calluses, and I did that more or less. But as the constraints are increasing over the course of this journey, my pack weight is getting heavier. Today I'm up to 27 pounds or so, and the goal is to get to 45. So the weight is one constraint that is increasing. So is the heat. The heat training was another part of this, where I'm just trying to get used to hiking in high temperatures, being uncomfortable in hot weather. So it's getting hotter. We started this journey at about 80, 85 degrees. It's now up to 95. I anticipate it to be 100 before I go on the trip, maybe even 105. That's not uncommon here. So as those constraints are increasing, and in a relatively short period of time, I'm finding I have to let other constraints go so that I don't injure myself before the trip. That would be failure if I hurt myself. I found that as the pack weight is increasing, I need more ankle support. And that's why I've got these mid-height boots to help me out with ankle support. If I had given myself a longer timeline instead of just 6 weeks, I could probably build all of these constraints simultaneously. But given that I've only given myself 6 weeks, it's a closed timeline instead of an open timeline. I've decided I've got to let some of those constraints go, lest I injure myself. If I were training on an open timeline, I would probably allow myself 3 or 4 months for each constraint, for each goal. So my goal is to build my pack weight and be able to carry it for several miles. I would do that up to 45 pounds over, actually what I would do is I would just hike with a light pack 6 or 7 miles over the course of 3 months. And then I would slowly add weight to that pack, going 6 or 7 miles each time. And then, here's what I would do. If I were to start from scratch on an open timeline, I would give myself 3 to 4 months building my hiking endurance with a light pack, building up to, actually probably over the course of a month, building up to 6 or 7 miles. And then I would start doing it barefoot. First starting at trying to do 15% and then 25%. I would try to do 20 up to 100% of the hike being barefoot. Then I would start adding pack weight, increasing by 5 pounds every week or so until I got up to full pack weight. So what would that be, like 10 weeks? That'd be probably closer to 8 weeks, so 2 months there. So we've got a month of building up your hiking endurance, a month for barefoot hiking, 2 months for adding pack weight, and then I would add another month or 2 for hiking in the heat. It'd be a very different plan if I had planned this out, but I hadn't developed those goals that far out. And so here we are, live and learn, and doesn't mean I can't continue doing it in the future, carrying these goals forward. So I do plan to build out my hiking endurance up to a 20 miler. I'd like to be able to do that with a light pack. So we'll work on that over the next few months or so after the trip, after this is done. So that's something to look forward to. I'm gonna continue this hike. I got another about hour and a half or so to go. So here we go. The last thing you wanna get is heat exhaustion. It's the worst. It can delay your training and recovery for weeks. I had heat exhaustion once. Basically, I got so hot that the fluid in my inner ear evaporated a bit. I was super dehydrated. And so that inner ear fluid got more viscous, got thicker. And I wasn't able to keep my balance. Every time I would stand up, I'd have vertigo for weeks, a solid week or two. I was dizzy. That's dangerous when your core temperature gets too hot. So you can't let that happen. You gotta drink a lot of fluids. Sit in the shade, cool off. Heat training is a slow process. It's really just about acclimating your body to be hot, being used to being hot. My body, like most of our bodies, is used to sitting in an air-conditioned room all day. So it's gotten a little soft. Now it's all right. This is growth. Stay cool, everybody.